Hi dear students, I am your Srinivas sir from Sri Sai Sadbhavana School. We have already completed the sixth lesson. Now we are moved to the seventh lesson, the natural wealth of India. What is the meaning of wealth and what is the meaning of natural? First we will study about that. What is the natural? Natural means the things which are available naturally. That is, they are not man-made. They are made by the nature. They are made by the nature, so they are called as natural things. That is wealth. Next, wealth. Wealth means which is very, very costliest and which are very, very useful to human beings. They are called as wealth. Okay, now we will see what are the natural wealth of India. That means very, very important things which are present in our Indian country. You know very well that India is our country. So here, which are the natural things which are available for the purpose of human beings? For the purpose of human beings, let us see. Open page number 46, the natural wealth of India. Now, first I will read the lesson. Natural resources are valuable things we get from the earth. It can be anything that comes from nature. The crops that grow in the soil and the clay we use to make pots and dishes are some resources. They are nature's gift to mankind. We depend on soil for food. Plants are rooted in it. Many animals make their homes in it. Soil is an important resource that supports life on earth. Now I will explain. What I told already, that natural resources are valuable things. They are very, very important. They are very, very important to live the man on the earth. To live man on the earth, that are we get from the earth. We get from the earth. That is not man-made. They are naturally occur. Which are they? It can be anything that comes from nature. Anything. For example, rain, sunlight, soil, all those things. The crops that grow in the soil and the clay we use to make pots and dishes are some resources. For example, the first one is the soil. First one is the soil. The crops that grow in the soil. For what purpose we are using the crops? Yes, for our eating purpose, for our food purpose. We need the crops. Where we will growing the crops? We are growing them in the soil. So soil is also a valuable natural wealth. Natural wealth. They are nature's gift to mankind. Yes, see how it is very, usually the crops will grow. Just will supply some nutrients to it. It will give, if you sow one seed, it will give hundreds, not hundred thousands of seeds. That is food grains that we eat, that we are using for it to eat. We depend on soil for food. Yes, 100% we are depending on the soil for our food. That is one of the basic need of the man. What are the three basic needs? Food, shelter, clothing. These are the three main basic needs. In that, food is very, very important. So we depend on the soil for our food. Plants are rooted in it. Yes, we are rooting the plants in the soil to get these food items. Many animals make their homes in it. Yes, so many animals are making their homes in the soil. Small creatures, small bacteria, earthworms. So many creatures they make their home in the earth. Even rats, snakes, yes, they will make their home inside the earth. Soil is an important resource that supports life on the earth. Yes, soil is a very, very important resource that we are get from the earth. How the soil will made? Everything they will given in the next para. Resources that support life on the earth. That means soil is very, very important for the living beings. Next they are given in deep about the soil. Now I will read that one. Soil. Soil is the topmost layer of the Earth's surface. It is formed by the breaking up of a large rocks into very small pieces of sand and silt. These are carried to different places and spread over land through natural forces like wind, rain, and floods. These pieces get mixed with mineral particles, brown layers of sticky humus, air and water to form soil. Yes, they have given how the soil is formed. How the soil is formed. We have seen the so many big rocks everywhere. Due to erosion, due to water, due to sunlight, due to air, they will break up into small pieces. They will break up into small pieces and become the soil. So here they are given, it is formed by the breaking up of a large rocks into very small pieces of sand and silt. They will break up into small pieces. Just you have seen in the crushing machine. Yes, if you visit somewhere in the crushing machine, they will breaking up small, big rocks into small pieces. In the same way, naturally, the big rocks are break up into soil. These are carried to different places and spread over land through natural forces like wind, rain, and floods. Yes, these particles are carried by the wind, water, and the floods. Next, rain and the floods. Yes, by these soil particles are carried from one place to another place. Yes, just you watch, whenever the rain will come, all the particles, they will wash away. Where they have gone? Yes, they are washed by the rainwater. That means rainwater transports the soil particles from one place to another place. Like this air also, when the air is blowing, you are seeing the wind takes the soil particles along with it. If you are open eyes, it will fall into our eyes also. Just imagine, that means the wind is also carrying the soil particles. Next, these pieces get mixed up with the mineral particles, brown layers of sticky humus, air and water to form soil. Yes, these pieces get mixed up with the mineral particles which are present inside the soil, as well as the brown layers of sticky humus. That means what we are throwing, the waste and everything, that will become dissolved into the soil. That will mix up with the soil, and air and water to form the soil. These helps to make the soil. Next, soil is found in different colors. Its color depends on the mineral content of it. For example, soil rich in iron oxide takes red color. Different kinds of soils are found in India, which can be broadly divided into 4 types: alluvial soil, regur or black soil, red soil, and laterite soil. Yes, whenever you visit to some different places, in our area we are seeing the same color. When you visit to North Karnataka, you will see always, everywhere you will see black color soil. If you visit to Kudremukh, you will see red soil, full red. Okay, that means when you visit to different places, you will see different colors of soil. How the color will come to the soil? What factors are changes the color of the soil? See here they are given. Soil is found in different colors. Its color depend on the mineral content. What is that word? Mineral content. The mineral which consists inside the soil that changes the color of the soil. The mineral content of it. For example, soil rich in iron oxide takes red color. Yes, which consists of iron. It is in red color. Yes, in Kudremukh, when you visit the tourist place, Kudremukh is also a tourist place where the iron ore is extracting from the earth. They are collecting the iron ore. What they will do? Just they will take the soil from the mountains, that is they are in red color and rich in iron oxide, they will filter it, they will melt it and the iron separates from the soil. So that shows that iron content, whenever the iron content is there in the soil, it shows it is red in color. The soil is red in color. Next, different kinds of rich in oxide takes red color. Different kinds of soils are found in India, which can be broadly divided into 4 types. There are 4 types of soils: alluvial soil, reger or black soil, red soil and laterite soil. So first one is alluvial soil. Alluvial soil. Second one is black soil. Second one is black soil. Third one is red soil. Fourth one is laterite soil. So these are the different names given to the soil according to their color. Depending on the color, they are given alluvial soil, black soil, red soil as well as laterite soil. We'll go one by one in deep now. First one is alluvial soil. What is alluvial soil? This is the most important and widespread category of soil. The entire northern plains of India are made of this soil. This soil is formed by the deposition of silt brought by the rivers and is found in the river valleys. Plains and deltas of northern India and the eastern coastal plain, alluvial soil is highly fertile. Rice, wheat, jute, sugarcane, maize, cotton, vegetables, oil seeds and pulses are the crops grown in this soil. Yes, first we will study about the alluvial soil. This is the most important and widespread category of soil. That means everywhere we can see this one. Maximum we can see this alluvial soil everywhere. Why? Because this is deposited by the rainwater as well as by the river water. This is deposited by the rainwater as well as by the river water. The entire northern plains. See here they are given the Indian map. In that entire northern plain is covered by made up of this soil. Made up of this alluvial soil. This soil is formed by the decomposition of silt brought by the rivers and is found in the river valleys, plains and deltas of northern India and the eastern coastal plain. See what happens when the rain comes. The rivers will flow in very fast. At the time, it will take, along with it, it will take so many things. Whatever comes across to it, it will brings everything to the, through it, along with it, along with it. So what happens? So that will come, and when the rivers are become slow, they will leave that one. They become heavier and they will leave that one. In that, this alluvial soil is also very, very important. In that, alluvial soil is also very, very important. Yes, children. This soil is formed by the deposition of silt brought by the rivers and is found in the river valleys. What is the meaning of deposition? Deposition means they are bringing it and they have placed it. That means when the water force is more, it will take it. When the water force become very less, when the water travels to a long distance, the force will reduce. The water force will reduce. At the time, it will drop all the things what is it is carrying. So that is called as deposition. That means it will take from one place to another place. One place to another place. So like this alluvial soil travels from one place to another place. And also in the Himalayan mountains, the rivers, they bring the soil from the Himalayan mountains also. Like this, they will get this alluvial soil everywhere. They spread this alluvial soil everywhere. Where it will found the northern plains of India and the eastern coastal plain. Eastern coastal plain. Alluvial soil is highly fertile. Why? Because they are, when the river is flowing, it dissolves all the enzymes along with it. It dissolves all the minerals. All the minerals are dissolved in it. That with dissolved minerals also dissolves into the soil. They are absorbed by the soil. So the soil is very, very fertile. What are the crops that grown in this soil are rice, wheat, jute, sugarcane, maize, cotton, vegetables, oil seeds and pulses are the crops grown in this soil. You know very well rice, what we are eating that rice, wheat, that is used for making chapati, jute, that is used for making the bags and everything, sugar cane, used for making the jaggery as well as the sugar, maize is one other crop, cotton, vegetables, oil seeds are all grown in this soil. See here, wherever these soils, which type of soils are available, they are given in the figure. That is alluvial soil, very light green. This is last one is the alluvial soil. See wherever it will get. See below this Himalaya mountains and everywhere we will get, and this coastal plain also. This eastern coastal plain we will get the alluvial soil. Next we will move to the block soil. Block soil is formed by the breaking up of volcanic lava rocks. The soil is black in color due to the mineral iron found in it. Block soil is clayey in nature. It absorbs and retains water. Deccan Plateau regions of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh are covered by this soil. Plants like cotton, sugarcane, wheat, millets, oil seeds and jowar are widely grown in this soil. Yes, block soil is formed by the breaking of volcanic lava rocks. Yes, how inside our earth it is always melting. When you enter, this is called as crust of the earth. This is called as crust of the earth. When inside this, it is always burning. Here it is in the stage, that stage is called as molten stage. That is called as molten stage, always melting. Okay, so here when this opens in some places, that will mix the rocks and everything. After cooling, they will become big rocks. By breaking these rocks, block soil is formed. If these rocks are broken into small pieces, the block soil is formed. This soil is black in color due to the mineral iron is found in it. Yes, due to the content of iron, it is black in color. Block soil is clayey in nature, is like a clay. So it is a gummy type. So clay in nature, it absorbs and retains water. Yes, it absorbs the water more and retains the water for more days. The evaporation is very less in this soil. Evaporation of water is very less in this soil. Where we will get this block soil? Deccan Plateau regions of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh are covered by this soil. The places which are very near to Maharashtra in our Karnataka, there also we will get this block soil. That is in Belagaum, Raichur. In that place Hubli, we will get this block soil. Which plants will grow in this? Plants like cotton, sugarcane, wheat, millets, oil seeds and jowar are widely grown in this soil. Yes, plants like cotton, sugarcane, wheat, millets, oil seeds and jowar are widely grown in this soil. Next come to red soil. See here they are given the figure of the block soil. Yes, that is the color of the block soil. Wherever we go, we can't see the block soil here because our soil is red in color. Yes, or brown in color. Next come to red soil. Red soil is formed by the breaking up of crystalline volcanic rocks. This is also formed by the volcanic rocks, that is crystalline rocks. This soil is red in color due to the presence of iron oxide. Due to the presence of iron oxide, this soil is red in color. Red soil is made up of big and coarse particles and thus cannot hold water. This soil is less fertile. Rice, millets, cotton, wheat, oil seeds and pulses are cultivated in with the help of fertilizers. Yes, this red soil, whatever we are seeing in our area, this is the red soil. In our area, we are finding this red soil. Red soil is formed by the breaking up of crystalline volcanic rocks. This soil is red in color due to the presence of iron oxide. That is, iron oxide is present in this soil. Red soil is made up of big and coarse particles and thus cannot hold water. Yes, it cannot absorb more water also, and it cannot hold the water. That means the evaporation is more here. But in black soil, evaporation is very, very less. But in black soil, the evaporation is more. This soil is less fertile. Once again, this soil is very less fertile. So what the people will do? They supply extra fertilizers for this to grow the food. To grow the crops, what they will do? They will supply the extra fertilizers. What they will grow here? Rice, millets, cotton, wheat, oil seeds and pulses are cultivated in it with the help of fertilizers. This type of soil is found in the states of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand as well as in our Karnataka. Yes, where you will find this soil? Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and Karnataka. Next come to lateral soil. Lateral soil. Lateral soil is found on the hill slopes where the topsoil is carried away by heavy rainfall due to alternate dry and wet periods. Yes, lateral soil is found on the hill slopes where the topsoil is carried away by heavy rainfall due to alternate dry and wet periods. You know very well, 3 seasons are there. First one is summer, next one is rainy, next one is winter, next summer, next rainy. What happens in the summer? In the summer, the lands are dried. The lands are dried. The soil particles becomes very, very loose. The soil, due to the evaporation of water, the soil particles become very loose on the top soil. Not only on the ground, in the hill stations also. In the hill stations also. When the rainy season starts, what happens? That all the soil is washed away by the flowing water. Is washed away by the flowing water that takes it into the fields. It takes it into the fields. So here in that way, that soil is stored, or that soil which comes from the top of the hills, that is called as laterite soil. Laterite soil is found on the hill slopes where the top soil is carried away by heavy rainfall due to alternate dry and wet periods. This is dry and wet means rainy season. Okay, laterite soil is red in color. This is also red in color, coarse in texture and it cannot store water. This also very coarse, that means very loose. It cannot store any water. Evaporation is more here also. The summits of the Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats and Purvanchal regions have this type of soil. So where it will found? Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats and Purvanchal regions have this type of soil. What are the crops we grow here? Tea, coffee, rubber, tapioca, coconut and cashew nuts are grown in it. That means in this area we will grow tea. Yes, in the slopes we will grow the tea as well as the coffee, rubber. See here one rubber plant they have given, rubber tree. How they are storing the rubber, how they are extracting the rubber from the rubber tree. Tapioca, coconut and cashew. Tapioca is also one of the plant. Coconut and cashew nuts are grown here in the hilly areas. So this is about the soil, types of soils, what is the soil and what are the types of soil we have studied up to here. We will continue the next in the next class. So this is the big chapter. Next, soil erosion, soil conservation, we will continue in the next class. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.